Even though Thanos has brought an end to the universe as we know it, it's good to know that Ant-Man and the Wasp have things handled in the micro-universe. Is this movie worth the trip? Let's talk about it. Ant-Man and the Wasp is directed by Peyton Reed and is the 20th film in the MCU, and with it we see the return of Paul Rudd as Scott Lang in the titular role, as well as Evangeline Lilly as Hope Van Dyne, or the Wasp, Michael Douglas as Hank Pym, Michael Pena, T.I., David Dastmalchian, and Abby Ryder Forston as Cassie. Also Judy Greer and Bobby Cannavale return. Ant-Man and the Wasp lowers the stakes a bit as it takes place somewhat before and concurrent with the events of Infinity War. This outing sees Scott serving out the last of his house arrest because of his participation in the events of Captain America Civil War. In addition to not being able to leave his house, he has also earned the fury of Pym and Hope, as it was Pym's tech, the Ant-Man suit, that allowed Scott to participate in the Civil War events in the first place. But after a dream, when Scott sees the original Wasp, Janet Van Dyne, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, in the quantum realm, he calls the Pyms to tell him about it. This sparks a mission to recover the original Wasp from the quantum realm. Their mission is, however, sidetracked by slimy Sonny Birch, played by Walton Goggins, who tries to double-cross the Pyms in a technology purchase. Then, by Ghost, the film's main baddie, played by Hannah John Kamen, who has some issues she's trying to solve. She is somewhat out of phase with reality, and it turns out is also eager to recover Janet because it is theorized by Bill Foster, played by Lawrence Fishburne, who is assisting her, that Janet's concentrated quantum energy will stabilize her. Ant-Man and the Wasp is little more than summer diversion. Once again, given the high stakes of the recent MCU films, most notably Infinity War, this film shifts in tone significantly. This is in large part due to the lead, Paul Rudd. Rudd's comic timing and charm do keep us dialed in for the entire ride, however. Now, he is the leading man, but also very much comic relief in his own film because this film is much more Wasp than Ant. Lily is also good as Hope, although plays things much straighter. But there's plenty of comedy to go around, most notably some scene-stealing moments from mainly Michael Pena, as well as T.I., David Dastmalchian, and Randall Park. Michael Douglas, Lawrence Fishburne, and Michelle Pfeiffer, and even Abby Ryder Forston serve to elevate the material and kind of help us through some of the sillier moments of the film. And the film is silly. But then the premise of Ant-Man is kind of silly. As with any film, it's all about the execution, however, and while the film does not excel, it is executed competently. The action, while creative, is over the top and stretches the suspension of disbelief at times, as it is based on the constant and instantaneous shrinking and enlarging of people and things with no consistency as to which or who retains their mass in given situations. Shrinking vehicles maintain their speed but not their weight, and ants can fly with the speed of jets. Even for a Marvel movie, the science is far-fetched. That said, the visuals are nearly flawless. But it is the cast that makes this film watchable and for the most part enjoyable. Ant-Man and the Wasp gets a 3.7. Now that is my opinion, and what's yours? If you've seen the movie, please leave your comments below, as we always love to hear from you. And if you'd like to see more here, click that subscribe button to join the family. You have just been spoiled. Join us fresh next time and we'll do it again. See ya.